Hello. Today is 19th of December, and I suppose it is just a nice time to give some forecasts for the coming 2018. Agrarian sector of the Black Sea countries showed rather stable and impressive development for the previous 2-3 years. For Ukraine, grain production was rather stable for the previous 2 years at level of 60-65 million tons, and I suppose that grain crop in 2018 next year will be actually at the same range, and between 60 and 65 million tons. Grain export from Ukraine was also very impressive, more than 40 million tons, and for the next season most likely grain export will be also at level of 40-45 million tons. For Russia, it is another big player of the Black Sea country. Grain production was record high in 2017. It was it was 130 million tons. Quite possibly, Russian grain production could be even higher next year. This forecast is explained by possibility in Russia to expand grain production, not only because of application of better agrarian technology, but also by combining with another factor. This factor is higher potential of expansion plowed land, or expansion of land under cultivation. Russia is able to enjoy the higher potential of expansion of land under cultivation expansion. In export, Russia put rather impressive and ambitious aims to export about 44 million tons, and I'm sure this will be very interesting to monitor whether this aim, whether this forecast, whether this aim is achieved. Well, anyway, for farming sector of the Black Sea countries, especially for Ukraine and for Russia, a key problem remains lower profitability. This factor is combined with growing production and growing stocks, and while their export do not increase so quickly as production and stocks. And how is it possible to fix the problem of declining profitability, of declining margins? Well, I'm sure that in the coming 3, 5, 7 years this problem could be solved with the much better crediting of the farming sector. And both countries, I mean Ukraine and Russia, need in much better and healthy bank sectors. Agrarian technologies which are more and more applied in the farming sectors, they promote rather quickly growing of grain production, but agrarian technologies are rather expensive. and for sure farmers needs in a better access to bank loans, in better financing, in much bigger help and assistance from the state budget of the both countries. Land market could be very important in making breakthrough in financing of the farming sector. Well, but as for Ukraine, I do not think that land market will be opened even in 2 years, even in 2019. Anyway, even after opening of the land market in Ukraine, it could take well, some time, maybe 3, maybe 5 years, to adjust strategies of both banking sector and of farmers for the new conditions of functioning of business, of agrarian business in Ukraine. Thank you very much for your attention. We could check these my projections in December 2018. Please remain with us, and I would like to wish you all the best in the new coming 2018.